Vaughan Harrison, Gianmarco Tamberi. The goals between them.
It's going to be a dramatic finish in the men's high jump final. Over in the 3,000 metres steeplechase, it's Leonard Betts who's taken to the front. He was through 800 metres with a slight gap over Sundström. And Germer, as you can see, has just started to come a little bit closer to the front. And El Baqali is not keen to let Germer get away. He's happy to go in front, but El Baqali will just sit on the heels of Germer. And Bet and the Kenyans will be a threat to these two favourites. But here you can see Germer starting to make his way to the front and El Baqali chasing him down.
You can just see how the two favourites slowly made their way to the front, which I think is a much safer position to be in, because it's actually quite hard to sight those barriers when you have so many bodies in front of you, and you definitely don't want to have any issues with barriers in this race. But I think barriers is the theme for this race. When it comes to middle distance running, everyone always talks about even pacing and wanting to run an even pace race, but that's exactly what the barriers are designed to interrupt. With every barrier that you come to, you have to have this burst of power, and there's this little bit of deceleration followed by an acceleration, and that is what can just zap that energy. And that is what our two favorites, both Germer and El Baqali, they're the ones that are able to do that and still have that sprint finish at the end.
But it's still Bet who's setting the early running, but you can see Germer there hot on his heels. And Germer, who's won silvers at the Olympics and the World Championships in the past, well, he may just want to control things his way instead for once.
You know, I respect athletes that come out, and no matter how big your name is or your reputation, they come out there and they attempt to run the race in the way that's there for them. They don't just step aside. It's good to respect your competitors, but you should never fear them.
The thing is, Steph, you're someone with a world title and a world record in the past. But as much as that achievement was incredible from Germer, he wants that gold medal. That's what he's going to remember for the rest of his life. And the world records, they will get beaten.
World records are special, and mine since has been rewritten and I no longer hold it. But the thing about world records is that I think there's always an element of, perhaps luck is the wrong word, but it requires perfection, and perfection in ways that you can't control, like perfect conditions, a perfect environment, whereas a title, that stays with you forever. And that title means that every single person gathered in the same stadium for the same race, and they dueled it out.
Look at Germer now starting to put the pace on a little bit, as he saw the three Kenyans who will work together for as long as it is necessary. They tried to all block out Germer, and Germer was having none of it. He saw it coming. These Kenyans all running for themselves, but they will run as a team at times if it's necessary from a tactical point of view. But 2 laps to go now of this steeplechase final, and Germer and El Baqali are out in front. The first time they've raced each other in a year, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting to see them face off again. And it's Germer out in front with about a lap and a half to go, but El Baqali is not far back at all. Comfortably has Germer in his sights, and it was in the final lap last year that El Baqali saw Germer, went over the final water jump and put the afterburners on. And it looks like it will be a battle for gold between Germer and El Baqali as they take the bell. Germer looking focused, El Baqali looking comfortable enough. We've had a faller. I think it was Kibirot, was it, who went? Might have been correct. But it's Germer and El Baqali at the front. El Baqali gritting his teeth. Germer looking strong. Is this world title finally going to be his? But El Baqali, here he comes. El Baqali round the outside of Germa. It's almost a carbon copy of what happened in Eugene so far. El Baqali overtakes Germa and he's gone clear. El Baqali, well, it's his barring disaster as he takes the final jump. It's going to be Soufiane El Baqali once again, the gold medalist. And Germa